Having a visibly fit physique will bring out jealousy in people in ways that are very predictable once you know what you're looking at. And understanding the psychology behind that jealousy is exactly what this video is about. And subscribe right now while I get into this. The kind of physique that I'm talking about communicates discipline immediately, which is lean, defined, and athletic, like Megan Good, for example. And that kind of physique attracts jealousy. The first sign is how fast a rude comment comes out of their mouth. They've started talking before they can really think about what they're about to say because their brain is trying to work so fast to bring their comfort level back up, and their brain is working faster than their mouth can keep up. Another sign is the compliment that comes with a but attached to it. Like if they say you look good, but are you restricting yourself too much? That's them trying to find something wrong with what they're looking at so they can feel okay standing next to you. And then there's the audience move where they wait until other people are around to throw shade because they need others to agree with them and laugh and nod along. It validates their opinion in their eyes. Just leave people the hell alone if you're dealing with significant insecurity. Bullies are the way they are because they're insecure. They have to make themselves feel better by punching down on somebody else or taking jabs at other people by chipping away at them. And it's really a sign that you have very low self esteem. It's quite pathetic. Let's talk jealousy and its origin. When people see a visibly fit person, they start comparing themselves, and that comparison has more to do with them than with you. That comparison creates what's called a self threat, where it stops being about falling short and starts feeling like their identity is being challenged. And jealousy is often how that discomfort gets processed. When a comparison makes someone feel like they're falling short, they have two options, which is raise their standards or lower the value of what they're comparing themselves to. Raising standards requires work, honesty, and admitting you've been making excuses. So a lot of people go with the second option instead. They start reframing your discipline as obsession or your consistency as deprivation, because if what you've built stops being impressive, then they don't have to feel insecure about the fact that they haven't built it. Y'all ever notice how people who are uncomfortable around a fit physique always have a theory about what it must be costing that person? They like to make baseless assumptions such as, you must be obsessed or starving. They need your results to come with a superficial hidden price tag, because if you're just disciplined and they're not, that dismantles every excuse they've made for themselves. So they invent a cost and make your results a cautionary tale so they don't have to make them a goal. And then comes the dismissal, where they make comments indicating they don't even want to look like that and they don't want to be too skinny. Some of that is genuine preference, fine, whatever. But most of it is self protection, because there's a difference between not wanting something and not wanting to admit you're not willing to do what it takes to get it. Dismissing your physique is easier than admitting they wish they could look like that. I remember I was friends with somebody a long time ago who was a hater. Let's keep it a bean. She was a hater, but she came up to me on some like, oh, I hope she looks at me like a big sister. And, she was real cool. I liked her. I thought we were hitting it off, but I noticed that she would make little slick comments. At that time, I was very young. I was in my early 20s, and I was what you would call slim thick, where for the most part, I was lean, but I had a feminine athletic build. So she was a thicker woman with really nice curves, but she was more heavier set because I guess she got that way after having her first child. And I guess there was probably a longing to have that youth that she used to have and that body that she used to have. Mind you, she could easily just watch what she ate and exercise more, and she'd be halfway to the goal. But instead, she would make little underhanded comments to me, and I wouldn't even think nothing of it, because that's how much I don't even be stunting what the next person is feeling toward me. Because it's like, I haven't given you a valid reason to feel the way you feel. So we worked in the same facility. And of course, when you're a young woman and you're very pretty and you're in an environment where there's men, you will receive a lot of attention, whether you want it or not. I'll be getting hit on by some of the upper management and stuff like that. And she was like, oh, I'm so glad I'm not skinny, because they seem like they go for all the skinny girls. I'm so glad I'm not skinny. And she would kind of chuckle to herself. And it's like, okay, whatever. You can be happy that you're not skinny. I don't care. But then she would turn around and start talking about how she want to lose some weight. Like, I need to lose 30 pounds. And it's like, I don't know, girl. I think if you did lose 30 pounds, you probably would be skinny. I thought you was glad that you weren't. So that's the type of stuff I'm talking about, where people will try to say and do things to dim your light. And I think she actually wished she was getting the attention from the upper management so she could get saved. But that's just my little side theory. What jealousy is really trying to accomplish is to get you to shrink, explain your meals, justify your routine, and make yourself smaller so people around you feel more comfortable with the comparison they're doing in their own head. The women who don't have unshakable confidence start dimming themselves down, eating differently around certain people, downplaying how early they wake up, how often they train, how intentional they are with what they consume, over explaining their choices, which essentially signals that their choices are up for debate. That's the whole point of the jealousy. It's a pressure campaign designed to eliminate the comparison by eliminating your standards. And when somebody starts coming at you with the third degree about what you're eating, how hard you're working out, what your daily routine looks like, here's what you do. Tell them you're a coach and you'd be happy to run all of that down for them. 1 hour consultation, here's the rate, we can go from there. Watch how fast they back off. It's almost like the equivalent of when a man is all up in your face trying to get your number, and you know he's not going to take no for an answer, so you got to bring up wanting money to deter him. And watch how quickly he backs off. Same concept. If you want my energy, you have to pay for it. If you want to ask me a bunch of questions like you've been granted access to an interview, here's what I charge. You have 1 hour, and I will let you know everything that I do, and I'll even let you know exactly what you need to do for yourself. The physical work of building a visibly fit physique is hard, but maintaining confidence while people around you are on some hating ass mess is the part that requires unshakable confidence. I'm Nisi York, and if you want to see more of this kind of commentary, my channel covers beauty, nutrition, and lifestyle. Drop a comment and tell me, have you ever experienced jealousy directed at you because of your fitness or your discipline? Share this, like it, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Take care.